turning on a thin black sheet of glass. She saw both the lives flash before her eyes. She didn't even have time to cry. She was so...
Hi everyone, it's Shannon from Only Shannon Knows. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say this, that sometimes silence isn't always avoidance, it is healing. I took time away from covering this story, and I even took time away from YouTube myself because I just really wanted to come back with a right mindset, one that's rooted in grace and understanding and accountability. And I wanted to cover topics that really people are really interested in. With that being said, Emilie Kiser, she shared a letter. I want to read parts of it, and I also want to reflect on what truly says about growth after trauma. This letter is available here on TikTok, so I will go ahead and I will read this. Loss of this magnitude feels impossible to put into words. I've spent days, weeks, months trying to find them and also take time I've needed to digest the loss of my baby. Trig is our baby and our best friend. The light and spirit he brought into this world was bright, pure, joyful, and undeniable. We miss him every second of every day, and continuing forward often feels unbearable. I never thought we would experience grief in this way, or the pain of losing him so suddenly. It's a pain, heartache, and void that no family should ever have to endure. I take full accountability as Trig's mother, and I know I should have done more to protect him. One of the hardest lessons I carry is that a permanent pool fence could have saved his life, and it's something I will never overlook again. I hope amidst the pain, Trig's story will help prevent other children and families from suffering the same loss. To our family, we would not be getting through this without you. The only way through grief is to keep going minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and every moment since that day, I've done my best to keep picking myself up. When I started on social media in 2021 as a new mom, my goal was to connect with other moms and find community. I have found that and so much more through all of you. I found a community, a hobby I love, and a job I am so grateful for. I have always been my authentic self on social media and tried my best to share my everyday life honestly, while also being mindful of what I didn't choose to share. I now have seen through this tragedy how relationships online lack boundaries, especially in protecting children's privacy. Moving forward, I will be establishing more boundaries with what I share online. In the future, I hope to be in a place to share more about how I am navigating this grief. But right now, all I can say is thank you for the love, compassion, patience, and space you've given us to grieve. And I am more grateful for it than can ever be expressed. So that was a really good letter. I understand her grief. I lost my husband. However, I have never experienced the loss of a child. She's taking accountability here, and she's saying that they should have had a pool fence up, and she really took a step back and she really realized how boundaries can be affected and changed when sharing information online, and then how children's privacy really isn't protected. She writes about what the past months have felt like, the pressure, the rumors, the feeling of being misunderstood, and it's really clear that she's been carrying a lot. I'm not going to dissect every single line. I'm just here to read what she wrote, listen, and then learn what it means when someone steps back, takes accountability, and then tries to move forward. And I'm going to continue to have her in my prayers as well, her and her family. I cannot imagine what they're going through. I'm just going to show you a brief clip of her first post back. And it just kind of shows you how difficult she's trying to get back into her day-to-day routines, including posting online.
Hi, you guys. Don't even really know what to say. I'm going to be honest. It's been a minute since I've obviously come on here. Not gonna lie, I'm really nervous right now. I don't really know if there's any right way to start this video, but I'm gonna do my best. And just first off, want to say thank you if you're here. I have missed truly getting to just chat with you guys every day. I know that.
And I'm going to stop it right there, but it just gives you a little insight as to what she has been. Her first post is coming back. Now, there are other people in social media who have torn apart that video. I'm not going to do that's not my place. People question she doesn't have a wedding ring on, or she just has the gold band. So then people start picking apart the video, etc. I've seen her other videos. She does have her wedding ring on, but let's just understand that she just lost a child, and we don't know what she's going through. We don't know what she and her husband are going through. We don't know what she does have another baby at home. And really, let's just give her some grace and the family some grace throughout all of this. We don't need to pick apart her videos, and I'm not going to do that. This really takes courage to return when the internet hasn't been kind. And grace doesn't really mean forgetting, but it really means just acknowledging someone's humility, even when it is just incredibly complicated. I covered this story since the very beginning. I remember initially I talked about the pool fence, and I talked about how there needed to be a pool fence. And then I really analyzed every move Brady had that day. And in all reality, it doesn't bring Trig back. Things happen. It doesn't bring Trig back. I can't imagine what Brady's going through. I can't imagine what Emilie's going through. But I want to model this compassion over picking apart absolutely everything. In reflection, if you've ever made mistakes, if you've shut down under pressure, felt the weight of everyone's opinions, you know what that feels like. Emilie's story in some ways is a mirror. It shows us how fragile public perception can be and how powerful redemption becomes when you really handle it with truth. So here's my challenge really for everybody today. And moving forward, my other videos are going to be a little bit more lighthearted content, but just for today, let's move from curiosity to compassion. Let's hold space for people who are rebuilding their lives. And let's remember that behind every story we analyze, it is a human being. If you agree that this next chapter should be about healing, not headlines, let me know in the comments below. I'm changing. I'm rebranding what my YouTube is about. And that's really just because sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to stop judging and really start understanding. So this is Shannon, True Stories, Real Healing. See you in the next video.